Hello and welcome to Dead Island Facts and Glitches, the series where I aim to show you glitches and a bunch of interesting facts I've learned over the years of playing this game. Not many people know this, but when you unlock the final skill in your combat skill tree, you actually unlock this cool attack, which is done by hitting both your aim button and your attack button at the same time. So with Xiaomei, she can do it with small blades and large blades and any heavy kind of weapon. But she cannot do it with blunt weapons because she is not a blunt weapon expert. And that is why Sambi has his own unique version of this. Granted, they all do reuse the exact same animations for all characters when you do unlock that final skill tree, but these are just some of the ones I like to show off. Now moving on to Prina, I actually don't have the skill unlocked, so I can't show you what it looks like with her, but it's just the same exact animations, except she just can't do it with melee weapons, I don't think. And John Morgan actually gets his own unique version of that when using hand-to-hand combat weapons. But the downside to this is that he cannot use the same button combination on regular weapons because he's a hand-to-hand combat expert. And since his specialty is hand-to-hand combat, he can do it with only hand-to-hand combat weapons. And it goes for the same way for Xian, Mei, and Sam because they're both blunt weapons and edged weapons experts. Not many people know this, but you can actually teleport around the maps. Well, the various maps of that island. The way you do it is all you have to do is just change your crest and then load last checkpoint. I'll give you a good example here. Let's do this electrifying quest. It's still in the jungle, so I'll teleport there. No loading screen. And here we are. I'm in the quest zone for the quest. Now we can do it again for the main quest. It is the same ordeal. Change your crest, and all you gotta do is just load your last checkpoint. This can be good for making the game do an autosave, because sometimes when you save and quit, it doesn't save sometimes. But yeah, we ended up in Halai Village when we started at the Paradise Camp. So let's quickly get back to the Paradise Camp. We're just gonna select the quest that takes place there, and we just load the last checkpoint. And that's how you teleport around the maps. Everybody knows about the multiple duplication glitches of the game, but I'm going to show you one of the ones that is easily the best for duplicating crafting supplies and canned food for quest items. So you can turn them in for XP. So all you gotta do is just drop all of the things you want to duplicate. Now keep in mind that there is an actually max limit to the amount of items you can drop, that being 80. As soon as you drop 80 or more items, as soon as you drop 80 items, you can no longer drop any more items without them despawning. Now that you've dropped all the items you want to duplicate, all you gotta do is just find a way to die. Quickest way is with the Molotov. It's also here that I realized that the Molotov's damage is actually RNG based, but when you die, you want to hit pause, then load last checkpoint. This will cause the game to bug out to a state where it still has all your dropped items, but you still have items in your inventory. And this is really good for duplicating, like I said, quest items, especially canned food, so you can turn them in for lots of XP. Now let's get on to this game's famous duplication glitch, like literally the famous one. So all you gotta do is have a full weapon wheel, which is mandatory, and have your fists equipped. And after you do this, make sure you have at least one or more inventory slots free. And you're gonna wanna look at the weapon, hold square to pick it up. With your fist out, it's gonna force into your hands. You're gonna go to the storage person or whoever it is, box, whatever, and you're gonna put that weapon you just picked up into the storage. And now you're gonna scroll and look for your said weapon. So I have like a tons of weapons in this game. And what you're gonna do is just quickly find your weapon, and after you do, the game bugs out. It's still in your hands, but when you drop it, you can drop it infinitely. And it's a really weird bug. You can do this with medkits as well. Just go up to the storage guy and quickly hit circle then square. Go and click your trigger once or twice to put consumables on the screen. Put your medkits in there and then take them out and just start dropping them. It's really cool, really easy, and really fundamental. Every time when I do a new playthrough, I always duplicate medkits. Well, you're gonna need lots, and I mean lots of inventory space so you can put all these weapons into your inventory. So, I'll show you on how to do it. Grab yourself a piece of alcohol. This one can be found at the Paradise Survival Camp. Go to Miscellaneous and equip the alcohol into your hot boy. Your inventory obviously has to be full for this to work, but if you do it correctly, your inventory should be exceeded by one number, and you will be able to pick up anything and everything from now on. And this is quite literally infinite, and I mean infinite. weapon space. So yeah, sometimes the character you're playing as will do this little taunting hand gesture towards the zombie or enemy you're fighting. It's kind of like telling them to come closer or whatever, and it's pretty cool. In the first game, the only character that did this was Red Right, the DLC character, and he was the only one that did this. But in Riptide, it seems like they give it to like every other character. And unfortunately, that's the end of this video. I hope you liked it. I hope you learned something new. And yeah, this video idea, I got it from DarkViperAU, him and his GTA Facts and Glitches series, which I find very enjoyable. And yeah, I hope you learned something new. Hope you like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. And if you know anything else, please let me know down in the comments.